Hello everyone, this is DavidViadel23 and welcome to the Mandragon's Cave. Today we are gonna be talking about Saul from One Piece. And Saul from One Piece is a character that I think there is a lot of talk about it. So if you haven't been catching up with One Piece manga, let's say, I would advise you to go into the main YouTube channel page of the Mandragon's Cave and find another video to watch, because I'm gonna be talking about spoilers, ideas, theories and concepts about what do I think is gonna happen regarding Saul. As you can see, I'm doing like an egg shape because he is like a giant, it has like a big egg shape. So basically, first of all, who is Saul? Saul is a character that we love very much. He's the only and best friend that Robin had when she was a kid, when she was 8 years old, and he's the guy who saved her, basically. Aokiji saved her, yeah. Aokiji kind of bet in a new era, let's say, like Roger and Shanks with Nico Robin, but basically because he said, I'm gonna support my friend Saul in this, and I'm gonna try to see what is she able to do, okay? If Saul was right here. So Saul, first of all, he's a giant. He must have been very strong in the flashback when Ohara incident happens, because if you stop to think about it, Saul went there as a buster call with other vice admirals. So this guy is a massive, super strong vice admiral. So at least physically, he should be super strong. Okay. So let's see if we are in. Yeah, we are in. All of it is on view. Okay. Which I will just double checking the camera to see that we are not drawing outside of the video. So basically, as I said, Saul is a giant, super strong, vice admiral, goes to Ohara, is friend of Aokiji, friend of Garp, friends of Zuru. All of these guys, all of them are good. When he realizes what is going on in Ohara, he before that he goes in a rampage. And he escapes, he flees the navy, and he ends up bad luck in Ohara. He meets Robin, he befriends Robin, and when he realizes of that he's in Ohara, then he wants to save everyone, save Robin, and make her escape. So basically, this guy, as I said, all of this is spoilers. Please move to another video if you're not up to date with the manga, okay? So this guy that we thought dead, it is not dead. It is alive. We have seen him in 11:15, I think it was, in a small panel that he's happy, but it's only the silhouette, so we don't see him full on to see how is he gonna look exactly. He looks very similar to now, but we actually didn't see full on how he looks nowadays. So the story with Saul, I think he in Elbaf, because he is gonna show up in Elbaf, I think he will represent the figure of the seer. In the Viking mythology, in the Viking culture, in the Viking stories, if you have read a little bit about Nordic mythology and cultures and everything, or simply if you just have watched this series, that very cool series called Vikings, it's a TV show, okay? So you will see that in all these kind of groups of Vikings, they have one that is kind of the messenger of the gods, is connected with the gods and is able to talk with them. The gods will talk to him, he will pass information and all these things. So we need to think about this first in a magical way, in a mysticism way here, because we are gonna come out of Egghead now in a couple of episodes, I guess, and then we are gonna jump probably into full on into Elbaf. And Elbaf, like Skypiea, is gonna be a saga of ancient topics, ancient clothing, ancient tools. Maybe they even have some kind of dials like in Skypiea, something like that, that is kind of Atlantis, like modern things, but adapted from old things, okay? Like the dials are kind of projecting music, images, they are making cold like a fridge, and they are making heat like an oven, like a microwave, all these things. So probably the giants have some sort of technology like that, okay? And but we need to think that a giant lives around 300, a little bit more years old. So these guys, some of the older guys that we will meet there, they come from ages ago. So you need to think about this. Probably the parents of these giants that we meet, their parents or their grandparents were alive when the Void Century happened, and they know the truth and all these things, okay? So first of all, let's keep drawing a little bit, okay? Need to do the arms, has little arms. On the top is kind of, he's like an egg shape. I love Oda's drawing, so yeah. Let's kind of do this egg shape that he has here, like this. And the arms, as I always say, I'm gonna go for my cartoony way of doing things here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. That is looking very sweet, very nice. So as I was saying, you need to think that some of these guys that we are gonna meet probably are from ages ago, from generations very old, and they have, I think they're gonna have a very strong and radical view, like the Shandians and Skypians, regarding the gods and regarding the mythology. And Oda, think about this, Oda was inspired to do One Piece because one of his favorite stories, as I said before in my videos, is Vicky the Viking. It's a cartoon I used to watch as well when I was a kid, that basically it's an adventure. All of them are silly Vikings, very fierce and very aggressive, but then this little guy that is the son, I think it's a kid. I don't remember exactly if he was Vicky a kid or a girl, a boy or a girl, but that doesn't matter now. The important thing is like this kid is very clever. So to the father that is the chief there, the boss, he will say, oh, let's do this plan, let's do the other plan, and it's kind of a very cartoony concept, and very child concept, like very nice, very happy everything, and I think we need to see this kind of simplicity in the Elbaf saga and in the Vikings, in the giants culture in One Piece. I think probably most of them are basic characters, and they are gonna be brute force, basically. I think they are gonna be brute force. Maybe you have a couple that they are kind of more skilled, like Dorry, Brogy, or Jarundine, but most of them, we have seen them very clumsy and basically into the mythology of the story, okay? So, as I said, there is this figure of a seer that nowadays you don't have anymore, that you had as well a seer in the Greek culture, in the Egyptian culture, the priest, the responsible of talking with the gods, as I said. So when we see in Egghead a couple of episodes ago that Dorry and Brogy arrive to help, to aid Luffy, and so you see, how did they arrive there? How did they know all of these things? Dorry and Brogy, they confess there, they say, oh, what the newspaper were talking is real, so you actually are here, Straw Hat. And at the same time, Dorry and Brogy are talking, and they say, oh, that scholar was right. The scholar was right is this guy. This guy is a scholar because we know, it is confirmed that he didn't die, or Vegapunk confirms in Eke that he didn't die in Ohara. Aokiji froze him in a ice time machine, basically, and he was able to, after Ohara, we haven't seen the real story yet, but probably the ice melted, He got very damaged and everything there, very burned by the fires of Ohara. People is talking about he may be the man marked by flames. There is a strong possibility that he is the man marked by flames, but I'm gonna say something else. I have a very nice and interesting theory about who is the man marked by flames here. So click on the video later or open it now to watch it later, and these two characters are gonna be connected. They are gonna be friends for sure, and but I don't think it's him. I don't think his wounds are the ones who called him the man marked by flames. Okay, I think of him more of the seer of the story. So basically, this guy, when apparently he wakes up from this time capsule, the ice time capsule, probably he goes to escape, and he brings a bunch of giants that we meet some of them already in the Jarundin cover story. So Jarundin and Saul are connected, are friends, just because of that, because the friends in common, they are connected there. So we have this guy that he goes and collect all the books that the scholars from Ohara threw on the lake to save the books. So they fish them all out and they flee, they escape to Elbaf. And we know this because it's told by Vegapunk. There is a mini flashback. There's an interaction between Vegapunk and Dragon when Dragon is bringing flowers, and while they are talking, these two guys are talking about, oh, look at those guys there taking the books, blah blah blah. And that is how Vegapunk later goes to Elbaf and learns everything that he knows so far about the poneglyphs and the truth of the story, because Saul saved the books, okay? Saul and his nakama at that point, or his friends, or the guys who helped him, yeah, they saved the books, basically. Let's do the fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. The shirt here is all ripped in pieces like this, so let's do all of this ripped. I'm gonna put here another video about Dragon. I explain very thoroughly why I think Dragon brought flowers to Ohara for Olbia, Nico Olbia, no to Clover. He knew Clover, and yeah, the flowers could represent, okay, love for everyone, but in that video I explain why Dragon was bringing flowers to Ohara, to who specifically, why he had to lie there to Vegapunk, because he's a man of many secrets, and on top of that, the conclusion of Nico Robin being the daughter of Dragon. Okay, so I know this is very controversial information, but in that video you can have a look, and I will explain very thoroughly as well why do I think of this, and with reasoning. It's not that I'm saying here, oh yes, maybe it will be cool. No, I am going why, reason by reason, acts and situations that Robin has done and the Dragon has done to, for my belief, that it makes them family, and the connection with Luffy as well, it makes them family. So I have a couple of extra videos as well. I have who is Nico Robin, I will put it here as well. I have the Dragon that I said before. I have the man marked by flames as well connected to this, that I will put it there as well. And then I'm gonna put as well here, my latest video about Luffy, my 56, my Gomu video about Luffy. And I talk a little bit about, Sun God, the dream of Luffy, and basically that he is connected as well to Robin and to Dragon, and in this sense. And there is more hidden beyond the words that we already know. But yeah, let's keep drawing a little bit more. We almost have the sketch today. It's very nice. I think my favorite characters to draw are guys like this, like big, silly looking guys, more cartoony than ever. Let's do the teeth there. Okay, the teeth like a jaguar D Saul. This man, it's a D. So his family, his lineage is tied to the Void Century, and when we see him again for real in the story, we are gonna be having a lore drop again, like we are having now. He is gonna reveal more info about poneglyphs, more info about Ancient Kingdom, more info about the truth of the world. He's gonna confirm with Robin many things. I don't think it's Vegapunk's role in the story to reveal more than he already revealed up to 1116 last week, or 2 weeks ago, I believe it was, the 1116. But it is Robin's job and this guy. They need, these two guys, Robin and Saul, they need to have a conversation, and in that conversation, like they are talking about the weather, a lot of things will be revealed, and we will not expect it because, as I said, Saul is drawn like a silly guy, like oh, look at this silly looking man, how is he gonna know anything about anything? But to be honest, Dorian Broggie called him the scholar, so probably this video is gonna be called some sort of Saul the Scholar Seer or something like that. So I'm gonna move now into 0.1 Unipin, the Uniball fine liner. So we start defining what is our character. I think the sketch is looking very nice so far. So let's jump into part 2 of this drawing. That is basically a little bit of line work to define our Saul. Okay, like this, looking very nice. I always like to start as well with the face if I can, so it will give me most of the intention for the full drawing, because sometimes I go more cartoony. Okay, like this. And then the tongue there. Oda always does the tongue like this, very nice. Like a little bit of shading there inside. Okay, like this, some in these lines there. Okay, good. Looking good. A little bit of mustache that he has as well, with the beard. Feel free to tell me in the comments as well, what do you think about Saul? What is your opinion about him? What was your feeling when you realized that he was alive? Did you cry, like me, like Nico Robin, like many of us? And Saul, as I said at the beginning, it's a very, very loved character. He was a guy, well, at that point of the story, he was a guy who gave Nico Robin hope, and it always makes me teary, like the things that he said, the she, and you know, that you see Robin being an introvert, nerd, very not much sociable, to be honest, and having to use these tools for not breaking, because she's breaking, she's sad, she's alone, she's broken, and Saul in that aspect saved her life as well in the terms of friendship. You know, she had no one, she had the scholars and everything, but no one to treat her like equal and everything, like Robin, like Saul treated her, and Saul is, thanks to him, we have Nico Robin now, to be honest, and all of that needs to be explained, and we are gonna see a very sensitive Nico Robin in Elbaf. It's gonna be a lot of lore drop, but she's gonna be very emotional. I think we see her crying in when talking with Shaka and everything about Saul, but at the same time we haven't seen her crying much. She's always very cold, very very strong in character, like Zorro and like Jinbei. And here she breaks, and I think as soon as she sees Saul there, all of us are gonna cry. It's gonna be very nice. I can't wait. I can't wait to see that. Let's do the t-shirt there. This, okay. Okay, as I said, feel free to see how you feel about how you feel about actually about Saul and about all these things that happen with him and everything. I'm very interested in seeing the reactions, because I think it's beautiful, and it's gonna be very emotional, and I love it. So the nails here, 1 second. Nails. He is hairy like a lion. He always reminds me to a lion with the type of hair and beard that he has. And it's kind of as well like very Oda type of drawing, very how will we call it, Blackbeard type of drawing as well, you know, like this kind of big guy, like bell shape, egg shape. This is the shirt, t-shirt there. Okay, looking good. So his role, because he said he doesn't actually appreciate much the giants of Elbaf. He's not from Elbaf. We don't know from where is he yet. It will be probably said when he comes out again in the story. But he says in the flashback, "Oh, don't you think I'm like those dumb giants that they only want to fight from Elbaf? I like to know things, and he's a clever man, okay? So he's a clever man. Basically, it's making a distinction of different characters and different kind of races between the giants, okay? The Elbaf ones are the silly ones, that they are more probably ancient, and then this guy with his people are gonna be maybe more clever, more technology based, and interest in knowing things regarding future, okay? Or mechanisms, or weapons, or things like this. But basically, that is why he will take a little bit of advantage, and his knowledge acquired from Ohara's books, he will use it as a preaching method. He will say, "Oh, I know this information, come to me and I will tell you this, I will tell you that." And I think Dorian Brogy went to Elbaf to save and help Luffy and all this accident that happened in Egghead, but at the same time, I think this is the guy who went to them and alerted them. I said, the time has come, in the books is written, and the sun god will come, blah blah blah, and he is the seer figure that preached this information to them, and then they saw Luffy, and they saw Luffy's form and everything, because we actually don't know what is in the newspaper exactly. We don't know what this is that the giants saw to be able to say, okay, let's go and let's help them. So I'm very curious about it, and as I said, I think without a bad intention, Saul is kind of manipulating them and saying, "Oh, I have spoken with the gods. I have spoken with the sun god. I have read this in the ancient scriptures of Ohara, that it belongs to this and that." Like he will pretend, without bad intention, he will pretend to know more than he knows, and he will manipulate that information, I think, for the giants to be able to be on Nico Robin's side, on Luffy's side. But I think he will realize as soon as he meets Luffy that he shouldn't have done that. He didn't need to do that, or through Usopp, because Usopp is connected to all the giants so far, and I can't wait for Usopp as well to meet with Saul and have some kind of connection with Saul. So I think he will realize, kind of maybe in a chat with Usopp, saying, "Oh, I appreciate you have talked these guys to come and help us. Actually, we were friends already, but you know, anyway, you don't need to do that, because Luffy is a good guy, and you don't know Luffy, but Luffy is a good guy, and he's gonna help everyone here, and he's gonna help. I know he's not your people, but he's gonna help everyone." And he's not gonna believe it much, I think, because he has suffered. He, as I said in the previous video as well, trauma is a very important remark in One Piece, and I think the Buster Call is gonna be a very dramatic point for for Saul, and he will need to have some sort of shock upon seeing that they were able to save Robin and Robin's crew, and he's gonna be a little bit like apprehensive, like, oh my god, yes, I knew you were gonna be saved, but at the same time I was scared. I didn't know what was gonna happen here. So let's do the feet. Okay, like this. Good. So in Vikings, in the Vikings culture, in the Vikings mythology, the seer, as I said, is the one who talks with the gods, and I think he will sell that point to the Vikings in One Piece, that are the giants, and he will say, he needs to say some sort of yeah, I have read all this information in the ancient books, and the sun god will come and will liberate all of us, and blah blah blah, and all of these things. There needs to be some sort of clash with Loki as well. Maybe Loki is not gonna be the bad guy. Loki, if you remember, is the prince. Lola was supposed to marry Loki, and that's why Big Mom was so upset with her, because she didn't want to and she escaped basically. But if we think about it, every place that we go, we as the Straw Hats, we normally befriend the royalty, and in this case, I don't think it's gonna be different. We are used to see Loki in the stories being a bad guy, so all of us are expecting for Loki to be a trickster, to be a bad guy, like in Marvel or in other stories or in the real mythology of the Vikings. But I'm under the impression that Oda is gonna twist that and is gonna make him good guy. It's gonna make him a very silly character, very liar. It's gonna make him very Usopp. I think probably Usopp is gonna have some sort of brotherhood with Loki as well, because what Oda loves to do is to take references from reality that I always talk in my videos, but at the same time twist it in a way that we don't expect, and it's a surprise. And Loki is such a famous character. Let's say Thor, Loki, and Odin, those three are the most famous characters in Nordic mythology, and everywhere they have like they are portrayed in all the franchises that they do about these characters. They are portrayed there, and I expect from Oda's creativity, I expect a twist in this, and for him to make it, as I said, unexpected. And I think Saul is gonna have very nice connections with Loki. I think Usopp needs to have nice connections with Loki as well. Maybe they rival, because maybe they are both of them so liars and so fantasy people that they are rivaling there, and that rivalry as well, it will kind of build Usopp more to become the brave warrior of the seas that I think he is already, but even more. This video is not about Usopp, but I will put one about Usopp here and the Davy Back fight, because I think Davy Back fight with the top tier characters are gonna happen. It's gonna happen in Elbaf, around Elbaf Saga, and Usopp is gonna be taking a very strong role in leadership there, and I can't wait to see it. Okay, and check out the video and tell me in the comments what you think about it, and let's focus a little bit more in Saul, because I start talking about other things and I always forget about drawing. Okay, let's paint. It's a bit with color pencil. This is a Standler color pencil, very nice. Standler, I love it. Standler Alpino. I bought some new materials the other day. I can't wait to show you all what I got. Some nice dark pencils and fine liners as well. Slowly I will be showing you all all of this in the channel, but today we keep with the usual. Okay, it's looking nice. There is no much to paint with Saul, to be honest. It's only just quite basic colors here. But yeah, if you are knowledgeable about Vikings, Nordic mythology, and all this topic, feel free to comment in the videos to say your opinions and to debate a little bit. If I said something wrong as well, feel free to say it. But I think Dorri, Brogi, Oimo, Karshi, Harundin, Loki, all these guys are gonna be kind of leading us through the Nordic realm of the mythology, and Yggdrasil and the tree and all these things that I explained in my previous videos, and the falling of the tree with the mechanical ancient weapons and everything. That I will put everything on the show more section, so you can have kind of a little bit of everything of the videos I've been talking, and you can see what you wanna watch. But Saul will take the role of a seer, the person who speaks with the gods, has info from the gods, and then he will take more a nerd, very librarian, because he needs to be keeping these books, okay? So there needs to be like a library in Elbaf that he's keeping all of this information, and he's gonna have to be some sort of librarian there. And librarian, a very clever person, knowledgeable of everything, and they have to respect him. For Dorri and Brogi, that they are the leaders, the captains there. For Dorri and Brogi to say, oh yeah, there's kind of not giving him much importance, like, oh, you know, this kind of scholar, the scholar guy said that he was right, we found him here. So I think Saul is kind of this type of character that he's always in distress. No, he's running around in distress, like he was doing O'Hara. Ah, Robin, do this. Oh, Robin, do that. Oh, Robin, my shaft. Oh. So I think he's gonna be doing the same, running up and down, being very loud, being very shi, and at the same time, Dorri and Brogi are gonna see, okay, this is a silly guy, and we don't believe half of the things that he says, or half of the things that the books are saying. But if he's a seer and he's talking with the gods, I think some part of truth he's gonna have to have, and they will kind of listen to him in that sense. Now, how they have been in Egghead, and they actually have seen Luffy, they are helping them at the moment and everything, and they will take whatever Saul is gonna say more in consideration. And I see this kind of connection with them because Saul doesn't appreciate the Elbaf people, so there's gonna have to be a little bit of a clash of giants there, and they're gonna have to kind of be arguing about many things, but he needs to say, they need to accept his knowledge, like kind of, okay, he was right about this, okay, he's not as bad as we thought, you know, this guy from this other town, this other island of giants. And at the same time, he needs to, they are not as dumb as I thought, they are not as silly as they thought, and they were able to find Luffy and to help me to find Robin and everything. So I expect a little bit of a conflict between Saul and probably Dorri and Brogi, or whoever other wants to put as a leader, because we saw as well that Harundin was taking a lot of leadership role in the Giants, and he was the new captain for the new Giants and everything. So we haven't seen Harundin there, so maybe he is with Saul, because it is the time. It is the time for Oda to start connecting everything, and all of these big names like Harundin, Dorri, Brogi, Saul, he needs to connect it, and now is the time. I'm gonna put another video in the show more section down below, that I talk about in Elbaf, at the beginning of Elbaf, or mid Elbaf, with the whole story of Yggdrasil and Jormungandr and everything, probably we end up going to the center of the earth, because the tree Yggdrasil, it's a tree that holds all the realms from top to bottom, and on the roots there are more realms as well. So I think this is gonna be a kind of a very intense saga, Elbaf, with including a mini saga inside, going to the center of the earth. Probably Saul, I don't expect him to have the library in the tree, in the Adam tree, because it will be similar to O'Hara, and I think what he wants is to hide these books. And I think how the scholars decided to throw them in the water, in the lake, I think he's gonna have to take that as a reference, and he is the one probably that we don't find straight away, because we want to see him. We want to go to Elbaf and see him, okay? So I think we're gonna have to find him, okay? And that is when we go to the center of the earth, probably with the man marked by flames that I said before, that's Skopergaban. I think that's the one who is saving Kit, that I explained in this theory, because Kit fell close to Elbaf, and someone needs to save Kit. I don't think his story is over yet. And because Kit is the one who mentions the man marked by flames. So all of these characters, secondary characters, that help Oda to drive the story, are all of them key characters in Elbaf, and Saul, Skopergaban, probably that is the man marked by flames, and then you're gonna have Kid there as well, and Big Mom reappearing there. I will put a video about Big Mom, and if you say, oh no, Big Mom is gonna be dead, or we know she died, or no, she didn't die, it never has been confirmed, we don't know what happened to her, and if you check in my video, I think basically she ended up in that eruption at the end of Wano. They flew very far, and Big Mom ended up in Elbaf already, or close to Elbaf. So all of these characters are the big shots of that saga, plus Blackbeard, and Ragnarok is happening there. Crocodile needs to show up there with the Cross Guild, with Mihawk, with Boggy, etc. And Doflamingo may end up close to that as well, and as I explained in my videos as well. All of these key characters, I'm gonna put videos down below in the show more sections, so you can, you feel free to go and check them all, because it's very nice, very interesting. The drawings are very nice too. I'm enjoying a lot of drawing all the characters. To be honest, if you want to know a secret, I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I was always very apprehensive of drawing One Piece. It is so important for me, so nice and so beautiful a story for me, and I to be honest, I can't find, I love Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter and everything, but I can't find a story that for me, it takes so much from me, like, it's not like it's taking things from me, it's kind of giving me things. I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of a love concept with One Piece. I can't find a story or a saga or a series of movies or books yet, and I watch a lot of things and I read a lot of things, that it gives me as much as One Piece gives me. So yeah, basically I love One Piece, and I was very apprehensive of drawing these characters. Not even for me at home I would draw them, not even for me. And with this channel that I'm enjoying, like I'm a kid, I'm able to talk about what I like, draw about what I like, and there are some people that they are watching the videos. Thank you very much, guys, for watching the videos and commenting every now and then and sharing. A lot of shares I've been seeing in other platforms as well. Maybe it doesn't have as much traction, the YouTube itself, that it has in other places that I've seen. That is nice as well. I'm just kind of curious to see how this kind of project I'm doing, it evolves, because I find it very beautiful, and as I said before, before, let's sharpen a little bit the black. You know, I always love to use this little guy. It's almost dead. I bought something nice. I'm gonna put it there so I can keep drawing. Yeah, I was apprehensive. I didn't draw One Piece before. I was scared about doing it, and now since I'm doing the channel, I'm kind of like, it feels so nice, like, to draw, to talk about the story, and kind of to release this kind of explosion. It's like an explosion of information I have in my head. Like, I want to talk, I want to explain, I want to theorize, I want to think, I want to debate about it, and the videos in the channel are helping me to do that, and yeah, I love it. So thank you very much to everyone that is watching the videos, sharing, liking, commenting, and all of this, because it is very nice. It is very nice for me, and I appreciate it. So thanks, thanks everyone, and yeah, let's keep drawing and let's keep theorizing as much as we can, and that's it. I draw a lot about other things, okay? I draw a lot about Inktober as well, that you can find the videos in the channel about Inktober, and you can see as well in my show more section at the bottom, my social media, my Instagram. I'm drawing about other things, other characters from the imagination, characters from another stories, or from movies that I like as well. So if you like what I do, but you are not that into One Piece, okay, that I can understand. You say, okay, I like your drawings, but to be honest, I'm not a fan of One Piece. There's nothing bad about that. There is, you know, depends on what you like. If you like something, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But just so you know that I have more drawings about other things, and I'm planning about talking here about other things as well. So, yeah. Just so you know that little info, and whenever it is that it comes here as well to the YouTube channel, it comes. But in the meantime, you can see some of those things already in my Instagram profile, okay? Thank you very much. So, yeah, we are almost done with Saul. Just to do a small recap of what we have been talking today, basically it is one and only important key here, that I think that Saul, we're gonna see him soon. It is being confirmed by Vegapunk. We have seen him in the story in a small panel, but we are gonna meet him soon in Elbaf. I think he represents within the Nordic mythology that the giants come from, because it's the Vikings, and the actual giants as well are Nordic mythology. We are gonna have the figure of the Seer represented by Saul. Saul is the person who is going to be talking with the gods. It is the one who gave Dorry and Brogy and the pirate clans, the groups, the info about, okay, Sun God Nika, blah blah blah, Nico Robin is with him, blah blah blah, this is the guy. And then they said, ooh, what do you mean this is the guy? We know this guy. This guy from the newspaper? Let's go and help him. And I think that is Saul's important point in the story, okay? And I think as well there is gonna be some sort of let's see, they are not gonna be agreeing until now. I think Saul has spent 20 years in Elbaf, or around Elbaf, and he had his more or less arguments with the giants, because they didn't want him there and he didn't want to be there, but he needed to be there because probably Ancient Weapon Uranus. The giants are connected to Little Garden, and as I say in my videos as well, that all of them I will put them in the show more section or up there to do a click. Who is the other straw hat that we are missing and we don't have yet with us? Bibi. Is Bibi in trouble? Yes. Is Bibi gonna end up with Luffy? Yes. Bibi was in Little Garden with us, and Bibi is gonna be in Elbaf with us. Bibi is the ancient weapon Uranus, like Shirahoshi is Poseidon, and yeah, we are gonna have to see her doing some interesting things, and I've talked about it in my Bibi video as well, so I'm gonna try to link as many videos as I can regarding Elbaf and regarding poneglyphs and regarding ancient weapons, because I think it is my favorite topic in One Piece. The Nico Robin, the following the story of Nico Robin, and what is gonna happen with the ancient weapons and the Void Century and everything. I would say that is my favorite part of One Piece. I would say in the story. I love the pirates. I love everything, and everything is gonna be connected. So yeah, as I said, I'm enjoying like a kid. Thank you, Oda. Thank you, Oda, for this masterpiece, because I'm enjoying like a kid, and it is something that everyone I meet, I like, hey, actually, do you watch One Piece? No? You don't know what is One Piece? Let me tell you what is One Piece. I'm even preaching One Piece everywhere. I guess a lot of the fans of One Piece will do this. So I think Saul looks very, very epic. Let's paint a little bit here in the middle as well. Very, very nice. I made this kind of rushed lines in the middle, so he looks like he comes from a wreckage. He's like he Castaway movie. Okay, he just got lost. Actually, this is one of those moments that when he meets Nicole Via and everything, and Robin, and Nicole Via says, "Take Robin, save Robin," and he takes actually Robin, and yeah, he could have changed the clothes, I say, because he's been a while, like some days there. But I guess he was he was enjoying until that point quiet life, and he said, whatever, trousers are broken, ripped in half, top doesn't matter. I just want to chill. Okay, let's just add a little bit of emphasize the face, but I'm good. Yeah. So nice. So nice. To be honest, you can see how much I enjoy doing this type of beast characters, like big guys, silly looking, or you know, like something like Frankie, Beasta, this guy. Yeah, I like to draw more this kind of thing, because for me it's more cartoony, and I love to draw as well other types of characters, but when they are more proportioned and everything, for me it's more like, okay, whatever, but that's my love for cartoon. Okay, as well, my favorite characters, as well as the sillier is drawn, the more likely is for me to like them more, like Usopp, for example. Usopp with the nose and everything. So the sillier is the drawing, the more I like it. Feel free as well to write in the comments if you have a favorite character in One Piece, if you are able to decide, because for me it's very difficult to decide. I think I have Usopp there in one of those characters that for me is the most human. I think Usopp is my favorite Straw Hat. And then my favorite character is Bellamy. I have a video as well about Bellamy and why he's my favorite character. And yeah, but feel free to share in the comments who is your favorite character and why. Why? Because when I made the video about Bellamy character, I remember some people saying, "Oh my God, why Bellamy? Why they?" Watch the video. Watch the video. I'm explaining it there to you. Everything is very nice. And why and how he evolves and everything, and with Usopp as well. Why Usopp is my favorite Straw Hat, and yeah, and let's open debate. Like Saul as well. I love Saul. I love his character. He helped Robin. Man, if I cried there with Saul and Robin and everything, man, that was. I have to say that pre-time skip Oda, pre-time skip One Piece, it made me cry 1,000 times more than New World. Me. I don't know if you feel the same. I guess if you're younger than me, that you grew up with the current design for the straw hats and the current way of doing things, maybe doesn't affect you that much, but for me, the sagas, the flashbacks with the Sanji when he was a kid, in Baratie, and the whole story with Seth, I mean, then the Nico Robin past, everything, man, Oda, thank you, man, very, very nice. Now I have to say that the other day, with a couple of things from Egghead, I was a little bit cry, yeah? I'm not gonna talk about what, because it is fresh, still out of the box, and I want you to see it for yourself and see how you feel about the latest Egghead information and everything. But, man, and I wanna tell you something else, eh? If my latest video about Luffy and Luffy's dream is true, 100% I tell you that I cry as well. And everyone, even if they say, no, that theory, it can't be, that is not true. I respect you, I respect your opinion, because we have all our opinions, but you will cry. If that is true, what I'm saying, you will cry too. Because it touches you, it touches us, and I love it. I think Egghead is... Elbaf is dangerous, eh? Elbaf is a dangerous saga because we have been waiting for it for such a long time, crazy a long amount of time, that we have built up a unnatural amount of expectations. That is dangerous, eh? Because we can say, oh my god, I thought this was gonna happen and it didn't happen. It is dangerous, so we need to be down to earth here, and we need to understand that this is Oda's story. He has all the plan that he wants to do, and even if it is not our theory that we said here in the channel, or what we would like to be, it can be as well very nice, very interesting, and we need to accept these things. And yeah, if for whatever reason Saul is not what I expected or what I explained in this video, or he's just like a normal guy that is there, hey Robin, hello, bye, this is the info, and nothing like I'm explaining here, it's okay. If Luffy's dream is not what I explained in my previous video, it's okay. You know, I'm doing this for the wanting a conversation, wanting to open a conversation and express my feelings and my thoughts about One Piece. Okay, so I love it. I think I'm ready. I think I'm signing, and I'm finishing for today. This is DavidViadel23, DavidViadel23, and this is the Mandragon's Cave. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. The drawing and the theory. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, send it to your friends, to your nakamas, to your family, to whoever you consider may appreciate a little bit the video. And yeah, comment and let's open debate, okay? And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Bye.